Good evening. You're now with me, Shal Shameto, for Tvs Nightline. And here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak Premier Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng was today bestowed the prestigious Technology Leadership Award by the Malaysia Board of Technologists. The Sarawak government expecting to finalise the sale purchase agreement of the Armed Forces Fund Board in a month's time. And in world news, presidential candidate Donald Trump calls off the Olympic ceremony a disgrace. We begin with this news. Sarawak is shaping an inclusive future for its people through strategic planning and participation in the green and digital economies. Sarawak Premier Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said this is in line with strategic planning by adapting the latest technologies to boost the economy and to drive sustainable development, enhancing the quality of life for the people.
The Sarawak government is committed to its aspiration to become a developed region by 2030 by focusing on digital infrastructure, green technology and innovative solutions to position the region as a pioneer in the digital economy and the renewable energy sector.
In our effort to lead the digital economy, we launched the Digital Economy Blueprint 2030. This strategic plan will transform Sarawak, inshallah, into a digitally driven economy by 2030. The Sarawak government has allocated 1.89 billion ringgit to boost infrastructure and digital skills under the Sarawak Linking Urban, Rural and Nation, we call it Salora Initiative. This project aims to provide high-speed internet and boost the digital economy, ensuring all citizens, especially rural ones, benefit from equal digital opportunities, leaving no one behind.
Meanwhile, he also said the Sarawak government plans to develop a new port in Kuching to produce green fuel for the shipping sector and aims to establish it as a regional hub.
Sarawak plans to develop green ports and produce green fuel for shipping, establish a regional hub for green fuel bunkering, and implement a common utilities corridor for the state-of-the-art port facilities. We are developing gas terminal facilities to support our clean energy initiative and enhance sustainable fuel production and distribution. Additionally, we plan to develop a new Kuching International Airport to support the growing aviation industry and ensure it meets modern transportation and sustainability demands.
Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng today was bestowed the prestigious Technology Leadership Award by the Malaysia Board of Technologists, MBOT, recognising his brilliant vision and direction in advancing Sarawak's involvement in the green energy sector. When met by reporters, Abang Johari said the award is a testament to the collective efforts of all Sarawakians.
Actually, as I said, I am humbled by the recognition by MBOT and also bestowing the award to me. Actually, this is a collective effort my part as well as my team in Sarawak to work with our national policy of building up skilled manpower in our transformation program. Whatever thing that we do, I believe that the process must be efficient, and this process is driven by the latest technological advancement. What we have done, my team have done, is to identify the resources available in Sarawak and to add value to the resources based on the current technology available. Saya mengucap setinggi banggaan dan terima kasih kepada Embol kerana memberikan penukarahan ini, dan ini adalah untuk orang Sarawak. Since I'm the Premier of Sarawak, untuk orang Sarawak, not to me as an individual, but rather collective effort for Sarawakian to adapt and to know and get acquainted with the latest technology available.
He said this after attending the MBOT Experts Network in Technology, Innovation and Cooperative Events and Ties in Putrajaya on Tuesday. Additionally, Abang Johari also underscored the importance of providing the appropriate technological training and discipline for Sarawakians and Malaysians alike to keep pace with emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, AI, and alternative fuels. Also present during the event were Deputy Premier Sarawak, Dato' Amar Douglas Ugah Ambas, and State Secretary, Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar Marzuki.
The Sarawak government is touting the use of artificial intelligence or AI to revolutionise the public health and agriculture sector. Sarawak Premier Dato' Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said the initiative is being pursued in line with the state's efforts to spearhead the digital economy, as well as in environmental sustainability and energy transition programs. These include the Sarawak Artificial Intelligence or AI Centre to focus on AI research and boost local talent.
As part of the digital economy blueprint 2030, Sarawak uses AI to revolutionize healthcare and agriculture, optimizing crop yields and resource management. Additionally, collaboration with semiconductor companies aim to position Sarawak as ASEAN's leading semiconductor hub by 2030. SAIC will boost local talent, attract global experts, and position Sarawak as a leader in AI technology in Malaysia, inshallah. Expediting AI adoption among Sarawakians.
Meanwhile, Abang Johari said the Sarawak government is also collaborating with the private sector to establish a green data centre.
We are developing a 200 megawatt green data center park, setting the stage for our sustainable digital infrastructure with advanced energy efficient technologies.
He added that all efforts undertaken by the Sarawak government serve as a foundation for more technologically inclusive and progressive Sarawak. The Sarawak government is expected to finalise the sale and purchase agreement (SPA) concerning the increase in the Armed Forces Fund Board (LTAT) shareholding within a month. Premier Sarawak Dato' Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said Bank Negara Malaysia has granted conditional approval and it will be finalised soon.
Sudah memberi approval kepada kita conditional, dan dia ada satu proses di mana Sarawak mesti mempunyai pendekatan dari sudut pegangan saham, iaitu special vehicle untuk pegang saham itu. Itu aja. Dan dijangkakan dalam masa 1 bulan akan selesai. Okay. Dalam bulan inilah 1 bulan. It's a very minor technical process.
He said this during a press conference after attending the 2024 Experts Network in Technology, Innovation and Cooperative event. Earlier, Abang Johari said the Sarawak government had received preliminary approval on June 12 and is still awaiting the completion of some remaining documentation and legal processes. He also said that this strategic collaboration with LTAT is expected to provide unique opportunities for Sarawak to explore high-impact sectors. These potentials can be achieved particularly in 6 key sectors: manufacturing, commercial agriculture, tourism, forestry, mining and services. Nia Town is set to experience a development boom thanks to the recent recognition of Nia National Park as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Minister of Tourism, Creative Industries and Performing Arts Sarawak, Dr. Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah said plans are in motion to develop its infrastructure and facilities to cater to the growing number of visitors.
Implikasinya amat besar sekali, terutama sekali dari perspektif pelancongan. Karena Gua Nia kita sedia maklum daripada penyelidikan pakar-pakar daripada universiti-universiti termasuk yang terbaru daripada New South Wales University. Kalau dahulu kita dimaklumkan bahawa human habitation di Nia adalah 40,000 tahun saja. Tapi the latest that we got from New South Wales, the professors, the researchers, it goes back to 65,000 years. Inilah yang membuat Gua Nia ini agak unik.
Last Saturday, the Nia Caves complex was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site at the 46th session of the World Heritage Committee session held in New Delhi, India recently, making it the second World Heritage Site in Sarawak after Mulu National Park. The historic site contains the oldest known record of human interaction with the tropical rainforest dating back over 65,000 years, based on findings from several local and international studies. The Sarawak government is prepared to allocate additional funds to boost the number of canine detection dogs as part of its efforts to combat drug abuse in the state. Minister of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneur Development, Dr. Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, emphasised that this move is to prevent the drug issue in the state from escalating.
Ini ada dibincangkan di peringkat kabinet sebenarnya, dan masalah dadah adalah di bawah Kementerian yang berhormat Datuk Fatimah. Memang ada kelulusan diberi oleh kerajaan negeri. Saya pun kurang pasti berapa jumlah bajet yang telah diluluskan. Saya terlupa saya. Memang ada diluluskan, tapi seperti apa yang saya katakan tadi, untuk anjing ini, kalau ada permintaan lagi dan kegunaannya adalah untuk menjaga Sarawak, saya percaya kerajaan negeri sanggup untuk mengeluarkan lagi.
He said this effort is carried out in collaboration with the Ministry of Women, Children and Community Wellbeing Development and related agencies. The results have been reflected in Sarawak's position, ranked 13 nationally in combating the issue.
Tapi kalau dibandingkan dengan negeri-negeri lain, masalah kita ini agak terkawal dan sebab itulah kita amat bersyukur dengan our enforcement agency, baiknya ADDK, baiknya PDRM, baiknya Custom, baiknya agensi-agensi lain. Semuanya telah menjalankan peranan dan tanggungjawab mereka dengan baik. Walaupun sempadan kita ini amat luas, perairan, batasan, kita masih lagi di tangga yang amat bawah sekali. Ini menunjukkan bahawa tanggungjawab dan peranan yang telah dijalankan oleh badan-badan yang telah diamanahkan itu berjalan dengan baik.
Sarawak Multimedia Authority (SMA) today urged the public and all entities not to use the logo and mascot of the SUKMA 21 Sarawak 2024 without their consent or authorization with immediate effect. SMA General Manager Dr. Anderson Tiong Ing Heng said the logo and mascot had been duly registered under Section 26B of the Copyright Act 1987 and by virtue of Section 10(1)(I) of the Sarawak Multimedia Ordinance 2017 as SMA are registered as the rightful owner.
Dr. Anderson said that any unauthorized use of the logo and mascot of SUKMA 21st Sarawak 2024 constitutes as an infringement of the authority's intellectual property rights under the Copyright Act 1987. He added that the usage of the logo and mascot without any written consent or authorization from them include, but not limited to, reproducing in any material form, performances, shows or plays or distribution to the public, makes for sale or rent in any infringing copy, sells, rent, or by way of trade, exposes or offers for sale or rent any infringing copy, distributes infringing copies, possesses otherwise than for his private and domestic use any infringing copy, exhibits in public any infringing copy by way of trade, and makes or has in his possession any contrivance used or intended to be used for the purpose of making infringing copies. Tiong said anyone or any entity found to have willfully committed the acts mentioned shall be directly and or vicariously liable for copyright infringement, and SMA is taking this infringement seriously to protect its intellectual property rights.
Wow! Staycation kini kembali kan?
Welcome back. The Royal Malaysia Police (PDRM) have confirmed that 2 Malaysians were arrested by Maldives authorities for attempting to smuggle cannabis worth about 3.7 million ringgit into the country. Bukit Aman Narcotics Crime Investigation Department NCID Director Datuk Sri Kau Kok Chin said investigations are being carried out by the Maldivian authorities and that Bukit Aman is ready to help.
On Monday, it was reported that 2 Malaysians were arrested for attempting to smuggle 15 kilograms of cannabis into the Maldives. According to Maldives police, customs officers found the drugs in the luggage of a 44-year-old Malaysian who arrived at Valana International Airport on Emirates flight EK656 from Dubai on Saturday morning, July 27. Police Superintendent Muhammad Afzal said the seized cannabis was estimated to be worth 12.3 million Maldivian rupiah, which is equivalent to 3.7 million ringgit, and preliminary tests confirmed the substance was cannabis. The discovery led to the arrest of another suspect, a 41-year-old Malaysian man, on the night of July 28, and both suspects have been remanded for 5 days. The cannabis seizure is the largest in the Maldives this year.
Johor Police Chief CPM Kumar said that the motive behind the abduction of 6-year-old Albertine Liu Jiahui on July 20 will be disclosed only after the completion of the ongoing investigation. He stressed that withholding this information from the public is crucial to avoid compromising the investigation. Albertine was found safe at a budget hotel in Batangkali, Selangor at 4:45 a.m. on July 23, 3 days after she was reported missing in a shopping centre. 31-year-old male suspect has been remanded to assist with the investigation. On to the next update. Malaysia will not compromise and will continue to defend every inch of its sovereignty. Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim said the government will not bend down to any demands, including claims over Sabah.
Kerajaan Malaysia telah buat pernyataan tegas tidak telah ansur 1 inci tanah air kita. Tidak mungkin kita terlibat dalam apa-apa perundingan yang bertikai hak dan kedaulatan negara.
Nonetheless, Anwar said the diplomatic relationship between Malaysia and the Philippines is still good, and he still maintains a very good and close relationship with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Dan hubungan pribadi saya dengan Presiden Marcos juga di tahap yang sangat rapat dan akrab. Oleh itu, jalur ini harus kita manfaatkan untuk menjaga keselamatan. Tapi dalam konteks ini, pasukan kita harus mengerti bahawa sejarah telah menunjukkan dan membuktikan bahawa pelakuan serangan seperti mana gerombolan yang berlaku di Juru Sabah beberapa tahun yang lalu itu kadang-kadang berlaku dalam keadaan yang tidak diinginkan.
He said this during the launch of the National Security Month celebration on Tuesday. Sabah has been recognized by the United Nations UN and the international community as part of Malaysia since the formation of the Federation of Malaysia on September 16, 1963. On Monday, the Foreign Ministry in a statement reiterated that the government long-standing position that Sabah has always been an integral part of Malaysia. Prior to this, a video went viral on social media containing baseless, misleading content and disputing the sovereignty of the state of Sabah.
Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim has urged the Ministry of Transport MOT to lead coordination efforts to render support for the maritime industry to emerge as a stronger force and become more resilient. He said the shipping industry must continue to be considered as the bloodline that supports connectivity, which is an essential part of global trade.
Because shipping must continue to be considered as the bloodline that supports connectivity, which is an essential part of global trade. Now, I think it's more than 80%, almost 90% of Malaysia's export are done by sea transport.
He said this during his keynote address at the opening ceremony of Malaysia Maritime Week 2024 on Tuesday. Additionally, Anwar highlighted that as a trading nation and to increase foreign trade, Malaysian waters should remain a center and an area that is most welcoming to all maritime industries and countries which would like to continue to trade with Malaysia.
Private sector must take the lead. And I can assure you in the part of the government, we need to do more. Yes, we have not given that sort of focus and emphasis in the past. And through Ekonomi Madani and the new Industry Master Plan 2030, we will continue to establish good partnership with our neighbors and big trading partners.
Bursa Malaysia struggled to maintain a positive tone and slipped further in the afternoon session today as investors remained wary of major central bank decisions, key economic data and earnings announcements from the United States or US mega-cap companies.
At 5 p.m., the FTSE Bursa Malaysia KLCI fell 12.62 points or 0.78% to 1,611.94 from yesterday's close of 1,624.56. The FBM KLCI opened 0.22 of a point better at 1,624.78 and moved between 1,611.94 1,624 and 1,629.37 throughout the day. On the broader market, losers thumped gainers 723 to 306, with 589 countries unchanged, 867 untraded, and 89 others suspended. Turnover decreased to 4.19 billion units, worth 3.11 billion ringgit from yesterday's 4.23 billion units, worth 2.89 billion ringgit.
Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump called the Olympics opening ceremony in Paris a disgrace after his creators came under fire for what some said was a show going too far.
His comments followed condemnation from Catholic groups and French bishops of a ceremony scene involving dancers, drag queens, and a DJ in poses that appeared to recall depictions of the Last Supper, although creators have said it was not meant to represent the religious setting. The sequence drew international criticism from Christian groups and far-right politicians on social media. Meanwhile, when asked by host Laura Ingraham what he would do if he's reflected president in time for 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, Trump replied that they won't be having a Last Supper as portrayed the way it was portrayed last night.
I thought that the opening ceremony was a disgrace, actually. I thought it was a disgrace.
The mocking of the Last Supper.
I thought it was
Catholics and Christians across the globe are outraged.
I mean, they can do certain things. I thought it was terrible.
Can you say at the next Olympics, if you're present, you'll have enough influence on the organizers that we won't be, insulting Christians?
We won't be having a Last Supper as portrayed the way they portrayed it the other night. I just think, look, I'm for everybody. I'm very open-minded. You understand. Yeah. You know me better than most people know me. I'm very open-minded. But I thought what they did was a disgrace.
Thomas Ajoli, the director of the opening ceremony, later responded to criticism by saying he intended for the production to reconcile and repair.
Landslides in India, triggered by pounding monsoon rains, struck tea plantations and killed at least 93 people on Tuesday, with at least 250 others rescued from mud and debris. The southern coastal state of Kerala has been battered by torrential downpours, with blocked roads into the disaster area in Wayanad district, complicating relief efforts. Another 128 people had been hospitalized for treatment after the rescue.
Weather patterns have become more erratic. You see the number of extremely heavy rainfall days have increased, while the number of normal rainfall days have decreased. There is no uniformity in the monsoon rains as they used to be. The atmosphere is quite disturbed. There has been an immense increase in the humidity, in the moisture levels in the atmosphere. And thus we see more and more extreme events these days.
Several estates in the district were hit by 2 successive landslides before dawn, when most of their inhabitants were asleep. Images published by the National Disaster Response Force showed rescue crews trudging through mud to search for survivors and carry bodies on stretchers out of the area. Homes were caked with brown sludge as the force of the landslide scattered cars, corrugated iron, and other debris around the disaster site. India's army said it had deployed more than 200 soldiers to the area to assist state security forces and fire crews in search and rescue efforts. Kerala State Excise Minister M.B. Rajesh said more than 250 people had been rescued so far.
And those were the updates on Tvs Nightline. I'm Shol Chamato. Thank you for watching and have a good night.